Hi guys, welcome to the Movement and Mechanics block. I am not the course director of this block, Dr. Wilson is, but I am the physiology discipline director, and so you will probably be seeing me quite a lot. There's nowhere near as much physiology in this block as there was in vital fluids and gases, but there is still a little bit, and it does tend to apply, as physiology does tend to do, to many of the cases, and so you will probably still be seeing me around quite a lot. I wanted to introduce you to some of the changes that I've made since the vital fluids and gases block. Here's my contact information again. I think most of you guys have this. I do not mind responding to iMessages if you want to use your iPads or your Macs or your iPhones or whatever. You can also text me. Again, I don't mind being contacted in that way. I may not get back to you immediately if I'm busy doing something at that moment. But if you feel comfortable contacting me that way, by all means, you should go ahead and do that. My office hours, I have switched this block. They used to be on Tuesdays. I've switched them to Fridays because you guys aren't on campus as much on Tuesdays, with the clinical skills being switched around. So if you have clinical skills in the morning, you can come see me from 1 to 2 in the afternoon right after lunch, which should be fairly convenient, I hope. And if you have clinical skills in the afternoon, you can come see me from 11 to 12. And of course, if you end clinical skills early, you can come see me from 11 to 12 as well. So I wanted to pick a day you were on campus, and Friday seemed like a good day to do that, so I switched that around. I also switched my Saturday sessions to Sundays. That's to allow you to get through some of the content for a Monday case. If you have any questions, I wanted to make sure I was available to answer them. I'll be available from 10 to noon again, this time on Sunday. And instead of coming in physically, I'm going to try a video chat room on Appearin. It used to be that a lot of you guys would just live right across the street at Center Court Gardens, but they shut that down last year. And so I think a lot of you guys are coming in from quite a ways, and I don't blame you for not wanting to come in to ask me questions on the weekends. So if you don't want to do that, instead, you can just go to Appearin, and I'll be sitting in front of my computer for a couple of hours. I can answer your questions that way. Appearin is dead simple. You just go to the link. If you've got a camera or a mic, you just give it permission to access that, and you and I can have a video chat. If you don't have a camera, then we can just talk. And if you don't have a camera or a mic, we can still chat. There's a chat window. There's an icon in the bottom right-hand corner that you click on, and it brings up a chat window, and you and I can type back and forth, or you can type and I can answer if you can hear me on a speaker. The platform allows me to share my desktop, and it works pretty well, and it's extremely simple. So hopefully this will work out for us, and it'll be a little bit better way for you to contact me with questions over the weekend. If you try to chat with me, you don't have a mic or a camera, and I don't answer, it means my attention was drawn away for a second. Try to iMessage me, and I'll come and pay some attention to you. Again, I can share my desktop, I can bring you guys through slides, I can give you a nice thorough explanation of your questions, and maybe a demonstration of some of the concepts if they've confused you at all. I have a video demonstration of that. I am going to splice that in right here. Dr. Morgan and I did it, and I'll kind of give you an idea of how it works on that video. Okay, so here I am. I'm in Appearin. Dr. Morgan is going to join me shortly. This is extremely easy. Support in Safari, which is what I'm using, is experimental, but it seems to work okay. But they recommend Firefox. There's Dr. Morgan. Thank you for joining me, Derry. I appreciate it. So if you've got a camera and a mic, it's just as easy as clicking on the link and giving it permission to use those. If you don't want to do that, there is a chat button here on the bottom right, and I can say hello to Derry, and he can type back to me. You can see that here. And so I don't think it could be easier to use. And there you go. And I can say hello. It is better if you have a mic and a camera, because it'll be easier to get my attention if you do that. But I'll try to keep an eye on the chat part of the room as well, and you can try to chat with me. Using this, I can share my desktop, I can explain things, I can show you guys slides. Hopefully it'll be a pretty good user experience, and we'll see how it goes. So thanks a lot. Thank you, Derry, for demonstrating. I appreciate it. Okay, we're back. A couple of other things. You don't have to use this appearance, and you don't have to come to see me on Fridays. You can just make an appointment. I'm always available. Send me 2 or 3 times in days, in order of preference, and I'll give you the best one that I've got available, the one at the top of the list, hopefully. If you meet me in the hallway, or we talk in a session and you ask me to do something and you actually expect me to do something about it, you should know that if it is not written down in my world, it does not exist. I'll look at you, I'll nod my head, and I'll understand. But the minute somebody else walks up to me, it's going to knock it right out, and I'll forget. So stand in front of me and watch me write it down, or put it into my phone or something, and then it'll be safe and I'll actually do something about it. Or, if you want, email me. And if it lands in my email box, I'll do something about it as well. If you do not get a response to my email within 24 hours, the odds are good. It means I did not get it, and you should email me again. You will not be bugging me. I will not be irritated. You will be doing me a favor. So, because the odds are very good I didn't get it, on rare occasions I will want to think about it for a few minutes, and that few minutes will become a few hours, and you'll fall through the cracks. But ordinarily, I will send an email that says, I got this, so that you'll know I got it. And if you don't get that, then it may mean that it probably means that I did not get it, and you should email me again within a day, okay? Again, there'll be old test questions, you should probably pay attention to those. Don't study them exclusively. Go through your notes before a formative or before an exam. But after that, studying the old exam questions is a good way to actively study this material and get some practice solving problems with it. Another change that I've made is these videos. I have these videos, and I'm giving you course notes, okay, in the form of PDFs for this block. And the videos are supposed to go with the course notes, and you should be able to watch me do a video and follow along in the course notes, making the occasional highlight or annotation if you wish. The idea is that you can sit back, you can watch the video without having to worry about taking notes, because I've done that for you, right? If that doesn't appeal to you, you don't want to deal with the notes, you think I'm a blowhard academic that puts too much detail in there and they're too verbose, don't read them, okay? I'll give you the slides to the videos, you can take your own notes, and they'll be fine. All the material, all the important materials in the videos, all right? So if you don't want to deal with the written material, don't deal with it, just watch the videos and take notes. They will be fine, I promise you, okay? And vice versa, if you don't want to sit here and watch me flail around, these videos are a little bit new to me. I didn't like sitting at my desktop and recording them. It bored me to do that. And I have to imagine it bored you as well. I do much better if I can stand and move around and flail my hands. And even if it's just looking at the camera, I feel like I've got an audience, and that really helps. Put a little animation in my voice. So I prefer to do it this way. You'll have to let me know if it works, and if it doesn't work. And I'll look forward to your comments on that. In any case, the videos can stand alone, the notes can stand alone. And if you want to do either one alone, that's sufficient, all right? Either way, any way you want it, that's the way you got it. You can use them both, the way that they're designed to do, or you can use one or the other on their own. They work fine. Just work the way that you work, the way that it's going to work best for you, all right? So that's all I got. And I'll see you guys in the sessions.